What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Bass Trending Gist, where we break down the stories that are really shaping Nigeria. The 2027 election is still a few years ahead, but the political chess game has already begun. There's a lot of talk, a lot of buzz about a so-called mega party or a coalition of opposition forces to challenge President Tinubu and the APC. But what if I told you that this grand coalition might be a complete house of cards, already collapsing before it's even built? Let's be real, with the current economic hardship, the fuel subsidy removal fallout, and the forex crisis, many Nigerians are desperately looking for a credible alternative. On paper, a coalition of the PDP, the Labour Party, and the NNPP, bringing together figures like Atiku, Abubakar, Peter Obi, El-Rufai, and Rabiu Kwakwanzo sounds formidable, even Rotimi Amechi. It sounds like the kind of force that could give the ruling party a serious run for its money. But this is where it gets interesting. The criticism isn't just coming from the APC. It is coming from a seasoned political analyst who has seen it all. And today, we have a clip that is nothing short of a political bombshell. It features Dr. Hakeem Baba-Ahmed, a well-respected figure, and get this, a former political advisor to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. When a man who has been in the corridors of power speaks this bluntly about opposition, you have to listen. He is about to expose the deep fundamental flaws that could make this entire opposition movement dead on arrival. Pay close attention. Here is the unfiltered analysis from Dr. Hakeem Baba-Ahmed. Just sit back and take a watch.
Let me be fair and say that I'm not involved at all at any level in the coalition discussions at all. I'm just an observer who is watching with a lot of worry that an opportunity to create a strong opposition to the ruling party is being messed up by people who insist that they have to be the face of that opposition. There are divisions between them and among them. I talk to some of them. I have some idea about what they're doing wrong. But the most important thing they're doing wrong is putting themselves forward. It's a coalition of a few politicians who hope that they can arrive at some understanding and then open the door and say, okay, fellow Nigerians, we've agreed. This one will be this and this one will be that, and you can now come in. It's the wrong way about it. None of these people should lead or be seen in a position where they're determining who should be in that coalition. They can work behind the scene. What they need is a generational shift and a political shift away from who they are, what they've done, what they want to do, to a different set of Nigerians who can give Nigerians hope that people who have become vice president and contested 3 times, people who have become governors and ministers, these are not the people who are saying, give us trust, trust us again to solve the problems that the APC is creating. This is the wrong thing. And it's very difficult to convince politicians, but this particular type of politicians, that Nigerians can see through you. They don't have faith that you actually represent a different future from this government. You just want to replace President Tinubu. And if you replace President Tinubu, why aren't you putting forward your ideas yet? So that Nigerians can see, if you give us power, this is what we will do different. If you give us power, this is what will be different. Who are the younger Nigerians who should be in this party? Where is the youth? Where is the energy? Where is the vision? Where is the concern that the violence is destroying this country? Levels of poverty are destroying this country. They are missing the point, and they think politics is about them. It's not. It's about this country and about the people of this country. And there are millions and millions of Nigerians who desperately want to see a change. They don't mind defeating the APC if they see credible Nigerians leading an opposition. But the people who are leading attempts to create an alternative to APC, I'm not sure that they're any better than APC itself. And that is what is the big disappointment. And the challenge is they don't have the time. They don't have the time to fix all these gaps that they have, and they're not willing to think outside the box and create a real, genuine alternative. And what they are doing is just simply handing over 2027 to President Tinubu.
Okay. I mean,
Let's break down the two killer points he just made. First, the who problem. Dr. Baba Ahmed said, and I quote, "None of these people should lead or be in a position to determine who should be in the coalition." He calls it a coalition of a few politicians. He is saying that the very people driving this movement, the old guard, the familiar faces, are the problem. Nigerians have seen them before in different forms and their trust is gone. He argues for a generational and political shift, which is exactly what these figures do not represent. Secondly, and this is the most damning part, the why problem. He basically asks, what are you offering that is new? They are so focused on replacing Tinubu that they haven't told Nigeria how they would be different. And then he delivered a final blow. The people attempting to create an alternative to APC, I'm not sure that they are any better than the APC itself. This is the core of the issue. He's saying just a power grab. They want to replace one set of elites with another without presenting a new vision for Nigeria. And that is the message that will resonate with millions of delusioned citizens. So the big question is, are we just watching a political drama where the ending is already written? Is the opposition simply handing the 2027 election to the APC on a silver platter by failing to look beyond its own self-interest and its past? But I want to know what you think. Is Dr. Hakeem Baba-Ahmed spot on with his analysis, or is he just trying to undermine the opposition from the sideline? Can this coalition actually produce something new and credible for Nigerians? Drop your unfiltered thoughts in the comment section below. Let's have a real conversation about this. And as always, if you got value from this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe to Obas Trending Gist, and hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we drop new content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.